If there's any tattoo I regret, it might be this one. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elise. On this channel, I like to share fashion, sustainability, and moments in my life. Today, we are doing moments in my life, I guess. This is going to be a tattoo tour slash vlog. The vlog is in a separate video. I will link it below because I'm getting a new tattoo and I thought this would be the perfect time to film a tattoo tour. So before we jump in, like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I'm also very active on Instagram, so you can find me there as well. Let's get into the details. The first tattoo I got for my 18th birthday. It was a present to myself. It was actually a 2-for-1. I got 2 tattoos. I got it in my hometown near Vancouver. I'm an Aquarius, so my birthday is on February 5th. I dabble in astrology here and there. I don't know a ton about it. I just like it because I think it's fun. The Aquarius symbol is 2 waves. I always lived near the coast, so I moved around a lot growing up. I lived in Shanghai, I lived in California. I've just always loved the water, the beach, the ocean. Honestly, I thought it would hurt worse. Also, it's been, how long ago? 8 years ago now since I've had it, which is crazy to say. I'd say the pain was maybe a 6 out of 10. I got this Egyptian glyph. In terms of pain level, really did not hurt like at all. 5 out of 10, maybe even a 4 out of 10. I think because the back of your arm right here has a lot of squish, so there's a lot of padding here. It's not close to any bones. This tattoo, I really tried to cram a lot of meaning into it. I remember doing so much research on hieroglyphics, glyphs in general. Ended up being kind of a hodgepodge of like 3 symbols I really liked. Now when people ask me what it means, I just like to say it symbolizes being open to change. I'm a very type A personality. I love to plan, I love to schedule, I love to organize. Even at 18, I knew how strict I was with myself when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just wanted to get this tattoo to kind of symbolize, take a chill pill, you can relax, Elise. Just having an open mind in terms of my approach to life. Being one of the first tattoos that I got, the meaning of it still very much holds true. Yeah, it's still very meaningful to me. Both of these tattoos together probably took 2 hours, if that, maybe an hour and a half. I want to say they were, I don't know, $200, something like that. Okay, next, little stick and poke tattoo on my left arm. This is a yulan or yulan in Chinese. So this is the city flower of Shanghai where I was born. So a little homage to, you know, the motherland. I was honestly just looking up a bunch of like small flower designs on Google, and this was one of like 12 that I was looking at. I like this one the best, but in the back of my head I was like, okay, let's look up some meaningful flowers. Coincidentally, the one that I really liked just happened to be City Flower of Shanghai, so that really worked out. This was a stick and poke that a friend of mine did. It was my friend from university. This took forever. Obviously, she was not a professional, so it took like an hour and a half to do this tiny tattoo. And the stick and poke technique hurts so much more than a tattoo gun. I don't know if any of you have experienced both, but the stick and poke is, in my memory, so much worse. I would say this was like a 7 out of 10 because you feel every single poke individually, whereas I think the needle, it's more like it goes in your skin, they draw the ink in, versus the stick and poke, you have to like poke every single point. So it hurt way more, and it's faded a lot. Next one is the one on my rib cage. This one I got matching with my high school best friend. It's a Chinese proverb, 不谋而合. Translated roughly means 2 peas in a pod. There's harmony without intention. It was really meant to symbolize our friendship. Looking at it, it really reminds me of what a great friendship we had during high school, and we really leaned on each other. Really love that tattoo. Got it with her together here in Toronto at Adrenaline. This one took a long time. It took maybe an hour, or I can't remember, 30 minutes or an hour, $300 I want to say. Random artist. Pain level, because it's down the side of my ribs, I really felt each character, and as he moved down where it hit the part where the skin was the closest to my rib cage, it definitely hurt more, and it was like obvious. I would say this was a 7 out of 10. At that point, that was my biggest tattoo, so it definitely felt like a big deal. 2 gemstones. This is my first color tattoo, which was also really exciting. At the top is a diamond, and underneath is an amethyst, and this is meant to symbolize me and my brother and our relationship as siblings. So his birthstone is a diamond. He's born in April, and I am a amethyst, again born in February. And the diamond is on top because I will always put my brother first. This was really meaningful to me because I had my brother actually participate in picking out which diamond I should get. So I asked him to search like Google Images and find a diamond image that he liked most. That would be my tattoo. Really special to me. I'm actually thinking when my brother turns 18, he get this tattoo as well and we can match. I think that would be really cute. This one, I also found the artist. She was visiting from Korea and she was visiting Chronic Ink here in Toronto. So I was so excited to see that she was coming. I think it took maybe an hour, hour and a half. Pain level, I don't think it was that bad. I honestly don't really remember, so I'm gonna say it was like a 6 out of 10. This area on your arm is also pretty like not too sensitive, so it's a good place to start if you're getting your first tattoos. And then very closely after, I got the one on my leg. I really just wanted something that was like realistic. She's done a lot of these paint strokes. She has the paint strokes on her own body. If there's any tattoo I regret out of all of the ones I have right now, it might be this one. It also could be because I only have this one on my leg, and I do plan to get more like really big pieces on my leg to fill the space. But right now, just on its own, I think it looks a little bit awkward. It's a paint stroke of my favorite color, which is blue. Because of your skin texture, the skin underneath, it doesn't fade evenly. To me, it looks a little bit patchy. And also from far away, like no one knows what it is. Some people think it's like a bandage. Some people think it's like a smudge or like a mistake. Like no one immediately thinks it's like, oh, that's a paint stroke tattoo. I love the artist. Her name is Paw Tattoo. I got this one in San Jose. I would say maybe 7 out of 10 just because it took so long and she had to go over it so many times because the color is so opaque. Making it look 3D had a lot of detail, so she had to like go over the same area again and again. This took a while. I think this one took like 2.5 hours, maybe 3. I remember it being a long time. If I'm forgetting to say the prices, I'll put all the information on the screen. This one is definitely one of my favorites. It's so intricate. This is a tattoo where I purely got it for the tattoo artist. I loved his style. I love his use of color, watercolor style that he has going on. I got a white fox because the fennec fox, if you guys know that animal, is my favorite. So I wanted to incorporate that in this piece because I wanted some sort of animal. I just love it. The process took a long time. He had to mock up the design. I was there for it. Full thing end to end took about 6 hours, and the actual tattoo session took 4 hours. I love it. I love it. It's like the first piece people see. From getting this tattoo, I like became someone who has tattoos, whereas previously all of my tattoos you can either see when you're behind me or you can't really see them. I immediately think you're cool if you have tattoos. I wanted to be one of those people. Actually, it didn't hurt that bad though, so I would still say like 7 out of 10. I got in New York, so I got this my first time visiting New York. This tattoo was a big highlight of that trip. It just took so long, like just lying there on the like table, not being able to move and being so still, having your arm out. I was just so stiff. Yeah, my body was just like aching from having to be in that position for 4 hours. But the actual needling of this area was not was not bad. It just took a long time. And then quickly after that trip, like 1 week later when I came back to Toronto, I was like itching to get this other tattoo because I had this idea for a while of a hand holding a string of grapes. This is probably my most like on a whim tattoo. There was an Instagram ad of some like new up and coming Toronto artist that was doing like $50 tattoos, and I just booked her and did this. It was super quick, not painful at all. The idea of this one was kind of an homage to paint me like one of your French girls vibe. So just like a dainty hand holding a string of grapes. My favorite fruit is also green grapes. Pain level, it took like 20 minutes, if that, maybe 10. Pain level like 2 out of 10, like nothing. Super cute, you can see it like just on the side, clean lines, just a super simple mini tattoo. And then the last tattoo that I have right now, which is my most recent one, I also got in New York, recommended by a friend of mine who's gotten quite a few tattoos from the same artist, so I trusted him. Found this image of Sailor Moon on Pinterest, the exact same tattoo, and I was like, just slap it on me. I want that exact same tattoo. Took about, I want to say 2 hours. There's a lot of shading and like detail, so it looks super clean. I love it. I love the size. It like fits my forearm perfectly. You can see it clearly when you are behind me. Pain level, it wasn't too bad. I would say like 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10. I'll put the artist name up on the screen. I love it. So Sailor Moon is really the only anime I've ever watched. I was obsessed with Sailor Moon as a child. In the past few years, I find myself at least once a year just randomly searching up a Sailor Moon episode on YouTube and watching it just because it's so nostalgic. It really holds like a firm place in my heart, I've realized. I had a big debate like internally whether I wanted to go the color tattoo route or just keep everything black. It's really restricting to keep it all black, and I really love color. Like I love color in my wardrobe. Color makes me really happy. Color tattoos will fade much faster, but I was like, I want it. I think the color is fun. I think it's really playful. I do this thing, I try to dissociate from my body. I have my AirPods in. I try to just imagine that the limb is someone else's limb and my brain is my brain, and I'm just like in my head. My mindset when it comes to tattoos really boils down to 2 things. No matter how much I want a tattoo right now, whether a year from now, 6 months from now, 10 years from now, at some point I will like it less, and that's okay. And I think keeping that in mind makes me very open to getting new tattoos. I'm not saying I'm a go into a studio, no appointment, walk in and pick a random tattoo. That is still not me. I think taking the pressure off of wanting the tattoo to be perfect and making sure I will never regret it is something that holds a lot of people back when it comes to getting tattoos, and I kind of changed my mindset completely when it comes to that. For example, this first tattoo, if I didn't get this and you offer this tattoo to me today, would I get this tattoo? Probably not. I like to think of tattoos as a moment in my life where this tattoo really is something I wanted, and I like seeing that timeline on my body. That's really how I see it. And then number 2, I've really let go of the notion of a tattoo needing to be extremely meaningful. It's purely because I found a tattoo artist I like their style, and I wanted to get something in their style on my bodies. In that way, it's very much like artwork to me. It relieves the pressure of feeling like every single tattoo I need to be in love with for the rest of my life, which will never be the case, I don't think. It's kind of allowed myself to be like, okay, I get a piece that may not mean anything and just looks really pretty. I am building out like a patchy tattoo sleeve on my right arm. I've decided my right arm and my left leg are going to be like my tattoo areas. Those are all the tattoos I have currently. I am getting my 10th tattoo, so come along. I will bring you with me. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I put out new videos every week. If you like this video, definitely check out my other vlogs that I have up. I think I actually have the vlog of New York where I got this tattoo, so you can check that out. Thank you so much. I will talk at you in the next video. Until next time, bye!